Hello everybody, this is Lily from Dallas and I am talking about my weight loss journey. I started on July the 15th. Today is August the 11th, so not quite a full month yet. I've lost 8 pounds on a managed weight loss program. I'm on managed food of 1,400 calories a day, and I work out twice a week with supervised weight training. I'm on circuit training, so there's a whole program. They just tell me what machine to do, and I just do what they tell me to do. And I don't want to say the workout is easy. It's actually very challenging. I can be very exhausted afterwards, and that is really the whole point of their workout, is to literally fatigue the muscle. And then that muscle is going to increase your metabolism because now it has to not only recover, but the whole goal is burning or building lean muscle. So while I still have my layers of fat, in theory, underneath those layers of fat, I'm actually going to be building muscle. And as the fat and my metabolism increases, the fat's burned off, there'll actually be some definition and some muscles beneath that fat. So it's a process. I've only been in it a little over 3 weeks, not quite three, 3 full weeks in the program. And next week will be my 4th week. So I probably will lose another 2 pounds, I would imagine. My food is managed. I'm on 1,400 calories a day. So I made a little list, and I just wanted to kind of give an idea of what I eat. So I'm just going to list off everything that I'm eating today. Either I've already eaten it, or I'll have it, there'll be a snack later, or what I'm going to make for dinner. I usually kind of pre-plan my food based on what I have at the house. I've kind of gathered a supply of healthy groceries, like I'll have, there's brown rice. I never had really experienced much of that before, but it's actually really delicious. Quinoa, I like quinoa. I've had it in restaurants. It's got a lot of protein in it, so I did buy some of that. I'm learning how to cook that. It's actually really delicious and filling. And of course, I've always been a vegetable person. I love vegetables, fresh vegetables. I'm a great cook, and vegetables are actually pretty quick and easy to do. So everything that I make is actually pretty quick and easy. It doesn't really take a lot of time, and that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just making my own food. So I'm just going to read off the list. So here's today's list: a banana, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of organic coconut flour, tea. I gave up drinking coffee, but I do like caffeinated beverages. So I drink hot tea in the morning, and I use stevia, but I also use evaporated milk. So I average maybe 2 cups of tea a day. So that gives me 2 tablespoons of evaporated milk, and this is going to be included in my totals. So then there's organic zucchini, about 3 cups of spiraled zucchini noodles, a small avocado, 3 ounces of zero-fat Greek yogurt, diced red onion, a half a cup of grape tomato, and later today there'll be 3 ounces of ground sirloin, some more diced onion, 2 cups of Italian-style vegetable, these were frozen vegetables, 4 baby Bella mushrooms, 1 medium russet potato, and a half a cup of cooked quinoa. My snack will be 3 stalks of celery with 1 tablespoon of raw almond butter. So let me just kind of break that down a little bit. For breakfast, I tried to experiment making banana pancakes. So I used a banana, an egg, and 2 tablespoons of the coconut flour. They turned out okay. I think really I probably used a little too much coconut flour. I was really just experimenting. So it wasn't like a winner, like, oh wow, I'll make this for somebody because it's really good. But I ate it because I still was getting all the nutrients out of it, and I'd already used up the ingredients, so it was okay. Had my tea with my evaporated milk and my stevia. For lunch, oh, and I also had a boiled egg for a snack. So there was 2 eggs in there. One went with the pancake, and then I had a boiled egg later for a snack. So for lunch, we had the zucchini noodles. And then I take a small avocado, 3 ounces of Greek yogurt, some lemon juice, season it with some salt and pepper, kind of whatever. Blend all that in with the blender. And then I stir all that. It makes a really thick, rich, delicious dressing. So I just kind of stir all that in with the zucchini noodles, coat them really, really well, put it on a plate. I really like red onion. I've kind of been obsessed lately. So I'll put red onion, sprinkle that on top. My cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, I just cut those in half and then sprinkle that on top. That's such a filling meal that it's like almost like eating a plate of pasta where you're just like, ugh, I can't eat another bite. But the good thing about eating like this is it's nutrient dense, it's extremely filling, but guess what? That zucchini is 90% water. So I'm going to end up flushing that out today. But I got the vitamins and nutrients from the zucchini. Avocado is very, very good for us. We can have, I could have an avocado every single day if I wanted to, but also it would also have to fit my calorie count and my macros. I'll talk about macros here in a minute. So, yeah, that was my lunch. Now, snacks, and I will take this to work. I'll take three stalks of celery. I'll pull the ribs so you don't have the stringy ribs. I'll pull those out, cut my stalks in half so that gives me 6 small pieces. A tablespoon of raw almond butter. Raw almond butter is going to be a little more liquidy than, say, peanut butter. I love almond butter, and that's enough to fill all 6 of those celery sticks. And it's absolutely delicious. It's a very nutritious snack. I'll take that to work sometimes and have that on my desk. So that fit my plan for today. It fit my calorie count and my macros. So I went ahead and included that. I'm not sure when I'll have it, but anyway, it's there when I decide I want to have that. Before that, was I a celery person? Not really. I was never like, oh, let's have celery sticks and carrot sticks. But I really love the filled celery, and that's a good way to fill it where it's nutritious. You've gotten your good fiber. Your celery is, again, 90% water, so I'm going to end up flushing that. The almond butter has got good protein in it. It's also got good fat, so anytime you're looking at natural fats from nuts and the avocado, those are really good, healthy fats for your body. So for dinner, there's 3 ounces of ground sirloin, basically hamburger, but it's a little fancier. So I will cook that up. I'm going to have a half a cup of cooked quinoa, and I will probably mix that with the hamburger meat, and maybe sprinkle some green onions on top of that. I'll season it as well. So we'll do that. Might put my mushrooms in that. There'll be 2 cups of the Italian style vegetables. Those are just some frozen Kroger vegetables. And that'll be a side. So I'll have my quinoa with my hamburger mushroom mixture. And then a russet potato. So that'll be diced up and cooked with some onion. So that is very, very filling. It's all healthy, good, whole, filling, wonderful foods. Everything is nutrient dense. So that's my menu for today. My calorie count, totaling everything that I just named off, is 1,361 calories. So I'm a little bit under my 1,400. It's okay to be a little bit under. It's okay to be a little bit over. You don't want to go up to 1,500 because then that defeats the purpose of trying to level out to a 1,400 week. So macros, what are macros? I made a little pie chart, and so my plate should be 50% carbs, 20% protein, and 30% fat. Is it possible for every single meal to have that exact combination? No, you could do it, but that would take a lot of effort and planning and calculations. I use MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal. I track everything I eat. It's a super easy app to use. I love it. It'll calculate your macros for you. So what you do is I'll plug in my breakfast. I'll plug in what I think I'm going to have for lunch. And then I'll check my macros. And my macros will tell me, well, maybe I need to add a little bit more carbs. Or maybe I have a little too much fat. So how can I reduce that? Do I need 4 ounces of yogurt or maybe go with 3? So it's little things like that. And it sounds like, oh, that must be a lot of work. You have to sit there and figure it. Not really. And especially when you start eating like this every day, you start to know, well, what's going to fit in your macros. So it's real easy to kind of help plan it to get it on target. So I'll put all my food in, and then I will get pretty close to this. So for example, the food list that I just read, everything that I'm eating or have eaten today, I'm at 49% carbs. I'm at 30% fat. I'm at 21% protein. So I'm 1 carb less than what I should be on my carb count if I wanted it a perfect 50%. And that's okay. I think I'm 1 protein gram over what my perfect fit would be. So it's okay if you go a little bit over, a little bit under, but try to keep it as close to this as possible. Now, your macros for your body height, your body weight, whatever other issues that you might have could possibly be different. These were prescribed to me by the trainer, for the program that I'm on. I could go to a doctor, and a doctor might have a different set of macros. I could go to a nutritionist, full, PhD nutritionist, and they may have a different set of macros. Regardless, I'm in this specific program. I'm doing these specific weight training. I'm on a specific food plan, and I'm sticking with the macros that I've been assigned, and it's working. So I wanted to do a comparison. So say I was super busy one day and I just did not have time. I was even out of town, and I didn't know where to go. And I just decided, well, I'll just go to McDonald's and do the best I can. Now I'm going to give this as an example. I'm not a fast food person. I've never really have been. I'm not going to say I've never had, food from McDonald's or MiNDs or Burger King. But in general, that's not my usual go-to type of places. Very, very rarely would I ever even use those. So that really wasn't what attributed to my weight gain over the years. There's other factors in that, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. So say I'm going to go to McDonald's and I'm going to try to be good. And I want to try to stay within my 1,400 calories. So all day long, I could have an Egg McMuffin in the morning. And then say I choose a crispy chicken club sandwich for lunch. Now, there's not going to be any fries. There's not going to be any sodas, even diet sodas. I don't personally drink those, even though they're 0 calorie. There's a lot of other issues that, data that just prove that those aren't really very good for you. So I stick with water personally. But I mean, obviously, if someone had a Diet Coke, it doesn't add to the calorie count. So far I've had an Egg McMuffin for breakfast. I've had a crispy chicken clubhouse sandwich for lunch. Now, for supper, say I'm going to be really good and just get a salad. So I'm going to choose the bacon ranch salad. Sounds really good. It looks like it has lots of veggies in it. And then the ranch dressing that comes with it on the side. Those total calories are 1,469. So I didn't do too bad calorie-wise. I did go a little bit over the 1,400. But, if I'm out of town and that's all I have to eat for a day, that's not really so bad. What's bad about it is when you start looking at your macros. I was able to plug in this menu into MyFitnessPal to see what the nutrition levels would look like and what the macros would look like. So this isn't coming from me. I did plug it into the system. So by using this recipe or this menu of the Egg McMuffin, the crispy chicken clubhouse, bacon ranch salad with a side of ranch dressing, I came up with 32% carbs. That's not anywhere near the 50%. I'm at 46% fat. I'm way over what should be in the 30% range. I'm 22% protein. I'm supposed to be 20%. So really that's not too bad. If you're going 1 or 2 over, you don't want to do it every single day when you're tracking your macros, but at the same time, it's not impossible to get it exact. I've done it many times, but more often than not, I'm going to see a 48% carbs, a 21% protein, 31% fat, or in that range. I try to keep my fat at the 30% level. So by going to McDonald's, yeah, we didn't do bad on our calorie count, but we didn't do really great on taking in the carbs that our body needs. We didn't do great minimizing the fat that our body needs. We did okay on the protein the body needs. So I'm over 9 grams on my protein, 9 grams of protein 9 grams of protein. I'm over that. I'm 56 grams of carbs I'm missing from that diet for that day. And then I'm over by 28 grams of fat. Now, when you use these fitness trackers, it does tell you about, how many grams you need. This is based on, I think I need, I should have wrote that down and I didn't. Did I? Oh, no. Yeah, well, close enough. So I should have around 174 grams of carbs a day. I should have around 47 grams of fat a day. I should have around 70 grams of protein. So if I go back to my McDonald's menu, I'm over 9 grams on my protein. I'm under 56 grams on my carbs. And I'm over 28 grams on my fat. So the other thing about the McDonald's menu, that's not really a lot of food. Imagine eating an Egg McMuffin early in the morning, 7 o'clock, and then finally noon rolls around and you finally get your crispy chicken club sandwich. Well, you're not getting the carbs that you need for your body. You're okay on your protein. You've way overdone it on your fat. Oh, that's instantly just going to be stored in fat. And your body did not get the carbs that it needs. So your body, as far as it's concerned, did not get food today. It's starving. It's still hungry. So then you're trying to be good with your salad. Well, we just talked about vegetables. Vegetables are 90% water. That's all going to, flush out. This type of a menu is not sustainable. You're going to be hungry. I know if I had to just depend on this, I would be starving. I would want more than just this food. So that's what happens for anybody. Even if you're doing a McDonald's, that's your thing. You do it all the time. Or even if you try to, home cook or whatever, if you're under your carbs, you're starving your body. You're going to be hungry. And that's where the snacking comes in that all of us do. Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, here's some chips and dip. I'm at someone's house. Let me just go ahead and get that. Well, you think that you're feeding yourself, and all you're doing is feeding yourself more of the wrong stuff, but you don't know it because you are starving. Your body's hungry. So you're just kind of feeding whatever you can get your hands on in the moment, and you're still not doing yourself any good. All that extra calories, the extra fat, now that's going to be stored, but your body is still hungry. And that's where I was at. Once I really understood about the macros and the grams and how it all works and balances. Before I started this program, I was not a breakfast person. I would have 4 or 5 cups of coffee in the morning, and I would use half and half. So that was probably a quarter cup, a third of a cup, a half and half for all I know. I would not have lunch until probably 1 o'clock because I'm very, very busy at work. I'm just, I'm in the zone, and before I even know it, it's 1 o'clock. And I might go out to eat, so I'm going to a restaurant. By then, I'm starving. I've ordered what seems, on the menu. I try to get reasonably smart choices. But again, it's just like that McDonald's thing. You don't really know what you're putting in your body. It seems reasonable. It seems healthy. And you don't really know what all is in it. And so I was doing that. day after day, month after month, year after year. So my body would not release fat. I'm 216 pounds today. I've been in that range for years, and it's because of this same pattern. I've been working for years. I commute. I've never been a breakfast person. I might eat lunch late. I've made bad choices. It's the same thing. If your body's starving and you're like, oh, there's some brownies. That just looks really good. You know how it works. People bring things in, or, different vendors bring in treats and stuff like that. Well, when you're hungry, you're hungry. So you're going to eat. Wow, good. This is good. This will take care of the edge off until I can get off work. And I'm doing that over and over again for many, many years. So although I had good intentions, I pretty much avoided fast food places. I've always been into healthier food. I like organic food. I do like whole foods. I've never been opposed to any of that. But it was just the choices. Now that I'm on this program, I have to have breakfast every morning. I drink 32 ounces of water in the morning. I definitely have to have some food in there. So I might feel like I'm kind of having to make myself eat something for breakfast. But I don't feel horrible or like, oh gosh, I'm glad that I did, because I'm feeding my body. I'll have my couple snacks at work. It could be a piece of fruit. It could be my celery and almond butter. I pre-plan lunches. So sometimes I might be taking something that I've made. There's also sources now where we can purchase very healthy food. It's got the carb counts, it's got the fat counts, it's got the protein counts, all on the label. You know exactly what you're getting. And I'll do some of those. There's a vegan place that I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian. I'm probably closer to vegetarian than I am to vegan, but I, still occasionally I'm going to have meat, and I'm going to have dairy. What I've given up on this diet, and I don't even want to call it a diet, it's really just kind of changing your outlook on food, and really just, you're just laser vision. I want healthy, whole, nutrient-dense foods. So it's not really even a diet. It's literally just a lifestyle. But what have I given up? I've given up butter. I loved butter. I never imagined I could have had a baked potato without drowning in butter, or a sweet potato without drowning in butter. I love butter. A lot of times on weekends, I'm not an early morning breakfast person, but maybe by mid-morning, I'd want some toast slathered in butter with some I would make a homemade like apricot preserves or something like that. Slather that on. It was just so delicious. So things like that, yes, I'm giving up, but it's okay because I've lost 8 pounds. That's only been within a little over 3 weeks. So I know it's going to be worth it, because I'm going to lose 20 pounds over the next couple of months. And then after that, I'm going to lose another 20 pounds over the next couple of months. And then after that, I'm going to lose another 20 pounds. And even if it takes me a full year to lose the remaining 60 pounds, that's okay. I'm teaching myself better habits. Water intake is crucial and critical. I'm up to almost 100 ounces a day. I would have never thought that was possible. I was not a water person. I would always have water when I went out to eat. I would always get a glass of water every single time. I never ordered tea or sodas or anything like that. I'm not really a soda person. So I would have water, but I wasn't making an effort to drink all this extra water. So I've been actually doing the water now for 5 weeks. And it's not bad at all. I drink 32 ounces in the morning. First thing when I get up, I drink a 16-ounce glass. By then, you wake up, I'm thirsty. I want the water. And then the other 16 ounce, and this is, I still drink my tea. Some people say the water and tea and coffee doesn't count because of the caffeine, and then some say it does. I don't count it as far as my water count, but I'm not worried about it. If it's adding more water, great. I know I'm eating lots of fresh, healthy vegetables, so I know those are adding more water to my body. But I'm intentionally trying to get about 100 ounces a day. Sometimes it's like 92, sometimes it's 107. So that's really, really good. So I drink 16 ounces first thing in the morning. Then the other 16 ounces I'll have after, say, I've had some breakfast. I do take supplements. I take a fish oil supplement. I take a calcium and magnesium and potassium supplement. I take primrose oil supplement. I take a couple of other things. Horsetail is one, and whatever. I think I need to, I probably will invest in a very good quality multivitamin, because I'm probably not feeling like I'm getting 100% of my iron that I should, especially because I still eat meat, but I don't eat a lot of meat. I don't eat meat 3 times a day. If I have a portion of meat, it's 3 or 4 ounces of meat. So I may not be getting quite the iron that I need, and so that's something that I'm willing to look into. But I just wanted to share what I'm doing with the food, what that looks like, what the daily looks like. It's so far, it's really great, and I will be talking more about that in some future videos. So thank you for listening, and I really appreciate it.